Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another tutorial, and it is using my new palette from Beige Cosmetics. It's the San Francisco palette, and I know a lot of you already have this palette and you guys really enjoyed it. I've seen a bunch of YouTubers talk about it, and so I went ahead and I actually got this as a free with purchase, and so I figured I'd do a couple tutorials for you guys. So if you guys are still interested in this makeup tutorial, make sure you keep watching and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply a white base, and this is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelid, and then I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my palette, and I am using the Beige Cosmetics San Francisco palette. And this is what it looks like. And the first colors that I'm going to use are these two colors right here. It's a really light blue and then a shimmery silver. So I'm just going to combine those two colors together, and I'm first going to be starting with the blue and then going over that with the silver. And to do that, I'm just taking the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my eyelid. And this does not have to be perfect at all, just slap the color all over your eyelid, and then I'm going to go over that with the silver, and this lightens it up as well as give it a pretty silver sheen. Can you guys see my daughter back there? She's starting to stand up by herself. She's going to be walking any day. Okay, so now after we have that all over the eyelid, we're going to take this blue. It's a very deep dark blue right here. And I am going to take a small blending brush like so. It's very short and very dense. And I'm actually going to take a business card and line it up with my eye and smoke out the outer corner of my eye with this color. So I'm just going to go along the card first and then bring it in, creating that V. And then I'm going to go up. And we're just going to be darkening up that area. And I'm going to actually drag it in about halfway, and then I'm going to stop. And I'm just making the very outer part very dark. And take the card off, and you should have a sharp line, something like that. And then you can go through and touch it up. Again, you are only wanting to darken the outer half and then sort of bring it just a little bit on the lid, kind of making that V motion, that outer V motion, but mostly staying above your crease. Then we're going to go back in with those shimmery colors, the light blue and the silver, and we're going to go over it as well as take it from the inner corner and blend it to that blue that we just put. And this gives the effect that those are blended all together. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy blending brush. Then I'm just going to take this color right here, and it's just a very light brown, and dust that all over the work that we just did. So over the top of it, and blending out those harsh lines at the top. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go over it a couple times just to make it a little bit darker. But as you can see, it's a 1-2 step smoky eye, and it is very clean. Just the perfect way to create the smoky eye. So I'm going to go over that again, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So first I'm going to start out with the darker color this time. Okay, so again, taking the card and lining it up with what you just did, and then taking that dark blue and smoking it out. Okay, and There's the sharp line, and then just going over the silver and the blue just a little bit, and then dragging over the dark blue just a little bit, like so. And then going in with the brown again. And there you have it. And now for a highlight, I'm going to be taking this very, very gorgeous pink highlight right here. It's really, really shimmery. Has a slight tint of pink in it. And I'm just going to be adding that underneath my brow. And I'm also going to be adding that in the inner corner. And now I'm going to add my eyeliner, and this is the new Blackbuster L'Oreal Infallible, and this is the liquid eyeliner. It's a huge, huge marker eyeliner, and I'm going to do a very, very thin line on the inner part, and then a very, very thick wing on the outer part. Okay, and there we have the eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and add my eyelashes, and I am using the Salon Perfect Demi Wispies. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on. So now for mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly Mascara to coat on my real eyelashes. And then for my lower lashes, I'm actually using the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara because I absolutely love how precise this little wand is, and it's perfect for my lower lashes. Okay, and now after my mascara is on, I am going to tightline and line my waterline. And for that, I'm using none other than the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Kohl eyeliner in black. And then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. And I'm just going to jump through this because I already have a video on it, and I've done it in a couple of my past videos recently, and so I'm just going to skip over this and move on to the face. Okay, so the first thing for my face is, of course, the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit just to keep me from getting oily throughout the day. For my foundation, I'm using the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation in Natural Beige. And now I'm just taking a towel and pressing it on my face. I noticed this foundation, you get a lot of extra, but I've been testing this out, and after I do this, I seriously do have the best results with this foundation. I mean, look how much foundation comes off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is seriously so gross. So all I'm doing is pressing and making sure that I have no extra foundation hanging around. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Dream Lumi highlighter and doing a little bit of highlighting, so under my eyes, in between my forehead, down my nose, and on my chin like always. And then I'm just going to take a small brush like this and just pat it and blend it in. And now for a powder, I'm taking the Neutrogena Shine Control Pressed Powder. And I'm just applying this powder all over my face. Now for a bronzer, I'm taking the e.l.f. Contour and Blush Palette, and I'm just going to be taking this bronzer in here, right here, and using that as my contour. Now all I'm doing is taking my stippling brush and blending out the contour. So for blush, I'm using the same BH San Francisco palette, and I'm just going to open it up here, and I'm actually going to use this bright pink one right here.
George. I moved it. There you go. You can have it. You like it.
And then again, I'm going to be taking that stippling brush and then blending it out. And for a little bit of highlight, I'm taking the same palette and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, this clear white one. And I'm going to be putting that just on the very tops of my cheekbones, on my temples.
Yeah. Oh, look.
As well as down my nose and a little bit over my eyebrows. And I'm also going to be taking it on my Cupid's bow. So for lipstick, I'm actually going to be taking the Wet n Wild 903C, Just Peachy. And then I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild 99 cent one, 547B. And this is called Breeze. So this is the completed look that I came up with. And again, I have been loving my new palette from Beige Cosmetics, the San Francisco palette. I think this retails for about $10 and I just absolutely love it. You can do so many looks with it. So like always, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed and like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys.